Hey guys, Oscar Garage here, formerly known as Chevy Lover X30. But anyways, today we're going to be doing an oil change on my Honda that's the other bike, crf150f 2016. So what we're going to do here is, what you first have to do is you have to take off your skid plate, which is this piece of plastic with these new bikes. Pretty filthy, good time to clean it out so then your motor doesn't get caked in mud underneath. The two bolts that you need the two sockets you need for that is a 12mm and a 10mm. 12mm being is at the front of the frame, and the 10, I think it was 10, goes to the back. So let me get you in a close-up view. What we're going to be changing the oil in this bike with is the Honda recommended or OEM recommended oil, which is the Honda GN4 Honda XR Pro oil for 4-stroke engines. So this oil is built specifically for Honda bikes, and yeah, let's just get to it. So we're going to take our bike jack, skid it under the bike, out of the way, the oil plug, okay, that. Saw something dripping there, so I'm sure it was. Now we're going to jack up our bike. Now that's on our shock support. See if I can get that a little bit further close, maybe. Because you want to have your bike level for this. Because otherwise, all the particles in your oil, say you drain it out sideways, all the particles in your oil will come straight, will stick in the side of the engine, and it's just not good. If you want to get an oil change and thorough and clean, do this. You gotta make sure it's straight. It's away from the car. You don't want to put scratch in it. Okay. There we go. It's as straight as we're gonna get her. There. Okay. Now we're going to grab our socket set. And zoom you guys in here. Okay. So, right below here, I don't know if you guys can really see it, but right down there, there's your oil drain plug. Just take a peek right here. Okay. So when looking under the bike, I have the stand a little close. But you see right there, that big bolt, that's your oil drain. So I'm going to slide the stand a little bit forwards, and then we'll just make that a little bit easier to access. I can get the stand up there. There we go. Now, there. Sorry for the focus. Okay. There, that should be it. Everything else back, right? Yep, there we go. So, let's get our oil drain pan underneath and crack her loose. See what size she is. So, you're going to need the 12mm again. Yeah, you're going to need your 12mm and maybe a small extension to get at it. And maybe also realize to then move your middle handle. Okay. So we're gonna take our small extension, put it on there, and crack her loose. Ooh, wow. That's pretty tight. There we go. So these drain plugs have a crush washer on them. And the crush washer is for anti-leaking. So they say from the factory that you should be able to, right here, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's a magnet, let me see. Okay, so what I'm talking about here is this thing. That's your crush washer. They put that in between the bottom of the crankcase of your engine and the bolt. That allows it to be anti-leaking. So, I'm gonna grab a paper towel. Just gonna dry it off. Make sure that we don't get it filthy. Put that over there. Let the oil drain as well as we can. Now let's go over to the other side. Take out our dipstick, which is right here underneath that boiling hot header. You can see my oil was pretty black. And usually with a bike, you should change it every couple hours. You always have to look in your specification book for your certain bike, but because not all bikes are the same, not all bikes take the same oil, you know, everything, etc. So if you have an owner's manual, great, look in there. If you have a Google on hand, you can look it up on Google. Basically anything that could really help you out. So oil is just dripping out of it. Okay, so with the Honda crf150f for 2016, it does not have an oil filter, does not have a oil screen. As far as I know, there might be one in the crankcase, but I don't know for sure. So yeah. I know that the older models did have a screen in them, and even if I do stick my finger in there, there is no screen, nada. So, here we go. Now, what we do is we take our drain plug, and we'll put it back up underneath, making sure not to cross thread it. Gotta be very gentle with these things because it's aluminum. Oh, I didn't wipe that off. Should probably give it a little wipe. Always give your surfaces a wipe before you stick stuff back in there. Otherwise you get contamination and you don't want that. Okay. Screwing in our drain bolt again. Now, I don't know the specific torque ratings for this, so I'm just going to use my human torque wrench. And we'll just see. Click. Click. There we go. Drain plug is back in. Now it's time to put in the fresh, new, fancy oil. So, got our old oil out. Let's inspect that. It's always good to look at your old oil. Now, let's just take a look. Don't trust this tripod with my camera. But oil looks pretty black. I don't see big metal flake, anything bad. You can also run your finger through it. Take a look. Still somewhat golden brown, a little bit black. Still slippery. So, and we also look at it. Camera will focus. Focus. Okay. Here we go. This will make it focus. Come on. There we go. Don't see any big metal flake in there. So we're all good. Okay, now. So, we did all that. Drain plugs back in. Now it's as simple as grabbing your funnel. Now, the Honda crf 2016 150f, F, not race, F, takes a whole liter, or US quart. Takes one whole of these. No little, no more. This one of these for the 2016. So, let's this go on over. There we go. There's our filler. Slash. Make sure not to wipe anything in there. Okay, let's stick our funnel in. If I could get it to fit. There we go. And now we'll pour in our whole, and the furnace is coming back on, our whole quart of oil, or a liter of oil. Okay. And finished. Gotta get every last drop. Okay. So now, when that is done, which it is now, take that out. We'll take our funnel out. Grab a piece of paper towel or shop rag or whatever the heck you want. Dry everything off that you spill oil on or around, and then take your freshly cleaned dipstick, and then we will just stick it in. And these engines, you only stick it in. You don't twist it in, you just stick it in, pull it out, and looks like we are, focus, full. So next thing would be to put on your skid plate, which is the simplest thing in the world. Tighten down your dipstick cover, dipstick, whatever you want. And now, what we're gonna do is drop down the bike, put on the skid plate, and we're finished. You always want to check your oil on a level surface, unlike my camera. You always want to check your oil on a level surface, because otherwise you get an inaccurate reading. If that happens, then you might put too much oil in, overfill the engine, bad stuff happens, too much pressure, underfill it, you blow up your motor. So, you always have to be careful. Now we'll take our main bolt, this guy right here, and then our two small ones. Two small ones go in the back, big guy goes in the front. And the front one has a metal bushing in it, which you don't have to be too careful with tightening it down. You just don't want to put it so tight to the fact that you could possibly fracture your plate. The back ones, on the other hand, they don't have a bushing in them, which means that for sure if you tighten them down too tight, they will break. Now, I don't have any torque readings for these because honestly, I don't give a crap. And I'm going to tighten it down by hand. Right when the pushing is done, now we take the almighty, the most rare socket of them all, 10mm, and we will tighten up the rear ones. And we are done. Now all it's as simple as doing is flipping your key, giving her some gas. Let her idle for around a minute, shut her off, check the oil again, because you want to make sure that everything mixes together and that you don't have too little. If you have too little, add a little bit more. If you have too much, take some out, or if there's a little bit over the hairline, you should be fine. And basically, you're done at this point. Everything's done, you put away your tools, finished. So, if you enjoyed this video, or if it helped you in any way, please give me a thumbs up. And if you don't mind, maybe subscribe. In the future, there might be more videos that are more helpful and more professional. So, I hope to see you guys around, and yeah, see you next time.